welcome back to my channel and welcome the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button. It's free, and hit the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. I would just like to mention that if the video is a little bit too fast for you, up top there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you'd like. Also, right next to it, there's the CC letters for closed caption. You can turn that on, and you can read all the stitch that I'm calling down here. By pausing the video, take notes, will make it easier for you. Now, normally when I upload the videos, it takes about an hour for YouTube to search all my words that I'm saying, so it can appear on the closed captions. So don't panic if you don't see right away the closed captions, because the video has just been launched. It will show up in about a half an hour to an hour after the upload. I also would like to mention that if you have extra yarn, extra thread, and you'd like to help the women in need, we highly appreciate it and being very, very grateful for it. Thank you for the ones I already have helped and are still helping. If you'd like to donate, right below the video, there's a little bag of $. You can donate whatever amount you'd like. Nobody's asking for millions. Anything helps. It adds up at the end. You can also go into the description box. My PayPal account is there. You can donate through there if you'd like also. Please always give a thumbs up on the video if you like the video. It does help the video to circulate and also to be recognized worldwide. I gratefully appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's one way to help me out and to help to continue to create these beautiful pieces. Also share on your Facebook public. It costs nothing. Everything is free. There's no charge of anything. So please help out to grow the channel. I do have a Facebook group, private group. If you have a profile, you're more than welcome to request to be a member. It's free, of course, and we'll approve you. You must have a profile. Be careful with the links that you go into the groups that says cut and bit. These are fraud scammers that go through your phones, your computers, and take every information of yours. Do not open up those links. There's a lot of hackers in the groups now. That's why I made sure that my group is private. I want to thank every single one of you from the start being with me, and thank you so much for the newcomers. It costs nothing to subscribe, so please do so. Thank you so much, everybody. Everything will be listed always in the description box for every pattern that I create, the sizes, the thread that I use, which is Portugal thread. They're 100% cotton thread, 4-ply, which is similar to Aunt Lydia. Number 3, which number 3 Aunt Lydia is just a little bit thicker than my thread, not by much, but a little bit. I usually use a hook 3 or 3.5, a small one for tucking in loose ends, and a pair of scissors, of course. So thank you, everybody. Any other questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment. You can always get a hold of me if your intentions are to give some thread or yarn away. There's my email below the description box. There's my Facebook page that you can follow also, my Facebook group, my Instagram, my TikTok. So there's so many ways you can message me. Thank you so much, everybody. I hug every single one of you, and much blessings to all of you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, everyone. So I had uploaded the video to this doily, or these doilies, which they can be for Christmas as placemats. Would be perfect for it, but this actually is going to be for a bedroom that is black, and she wanted something that had to do with black, gold, and red. So basically I came up with this. Now I'll be using black for one row only, which is here, but not on this, because I'm going to do the dresser table runner, right? The dresser runner, I guess, and the multicolored black and red, and of course this thread. These are all 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. They're similar to Aunt Lydia, a little bit thinner, not by much. These are Portugal Brands. And I'll be using a hook, size 3, a pair of scissors, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. I hope you're going to like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It costs nothing. It's free. It's being kind. It's helping the channel. And it helps, of course, to grow each day a little bit more. So thank you, everybody. Please also consider giving donation to the women in need. And thank you so much for the person that donated to these super thanks for myself. Thank you. I'm humbly grateful. Let's get started. I forgot to mention that I have also the gold. Now, I also want to mention to you that at my local thread store, I found this cord, very shiny gold. It's not a thread, it's a cord. Okay. I am so tempted to try and see what it looks like because it does tell you on it to use a hook 2.5 millimeter. So I am curious to see how that works. I might give it a try. And it says size 3, so it's almost the same thickness as Aunt Lydia thread. So I'll be tempted to give it a try and see how this works. Worst case scenario, I could just put the cord all the way around through holes and give it a nice bow tie. I'll see how I'm going to work this, but I'm curious about it. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do a chain stitch, but I'm going to use a 3.5 because I want my stitches to be a little bit wider, especially it's the first row. So I'm going to do 54 chain stitch. So we don't count this. This is a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, until 54 chain stitch. I've done my 54 chain stitch. I'm going to change my hook to the 3. Now make sure that, when you're turning your thread to continue the next row, never turn it towards this way because then your thread will be in front like this. You always have to turn it this way, okay? So now I'm going to go on my 4th chain, not counting from the hook. 1, 2, 3 on your 4th chain. We're going to do a double crochet. Next space, double crochet. So we're going to do double crochets all the way to the end. Now, very important that you do not grab only the back loop here, only one loop. You must grab both loops that's on here, because if you grab only one, your pattern is going to turn. It's going to look like a U shape. We want a nice flat shape, okay? I'll meet you at the end. So I ended up with 52 double crochets. This centerpiece is going to be very easy, fast, and very economic. So we'll have one row of double crochets. So I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip 1, 2. On your third one, we're going to do double crochet. So we'll have a row of double crochets and one row of squares. 1, 2 on your third one. 2 chain space between them. 1, 2. Again, skip 2 into the third one. 2 chain, skip 2 into the third one. We're going to proceed this way all the way to the end. I'll meet you at the end. So I have 17 squares. We're going to turn it this way and never by the back. The string must stay in the back, okay? Now, I'm going to show you a little trick. If you come and grab this back loop here where we closed off the double crochet and take out only once, take out twice, and do another chain, one chain. That will equal a double crochet. So what it does, instead of creating chain stitches all the way up to be marked, we can do that. They call it the fake double crochet. Okay, so it looks very similar to a double crochet without being a line of 3 chain. But because we're going to be using the edges here, It doesn't matter if you do the 3 chain, but it's a way to teach you that you can use this technique for many other patterns. Like example, the doily that I did for this set, I should have used that technique. It wouldn't, well, there's several techniques you can use, which we'll get to that eventually. But I could have used this technique with it and it wouldn't show as much as the chain going up. Give you an example on the doily. Let me see, where do I have the 3 chain? Right here. And so you can see that there's the 3 chain going up, even though it's not too bad, but we could have avoided that. Okay, so 1 on top of the double crochet, 2 in the center of the square. Okay, 1 on top of the double crochet, now the good thing about this is there is no limitation on the side you want to go. You can go as the length that you want, as far out as you want, as long as you finish it the way we started. So we started with all double crochets, we must finish with double crochets. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so it's very simple, then you just come back and do, which is not hard, your squares again. So we know we need to land our squares in line by skipping 2 and into the next one, skip 2 into the next one. So they're going to line up on these double crochets here to create our squares. I'm going to continue mine. I don't know the length yet. I'm going to continue. This is for the dresser, so I'll keep measuring it in my dresser and see if that's the right size that I think will fit perfect in her bedroom. And we'll take it from there. You could always advance the video and see how long I did or how many rows I did. I'll come back to you after I complete the rows that I think is enough for me. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I pretty much did the length of the runner for the dresser, which you can see it's pretty long. It's 68 rows. 68 rows. I'm going to go up 1, 2, and 3 chain. I have a knot here. Inside of this base, I'm going to create 2 more double crochets. I'm on the side, so I've turned my pattern. And we're going to do 2 double crochets inside of each space. All the way around, but I'll meet you at the corner, at the end here of this row, at the corner, to see if we need to make an adjustment in the corner. Okay, so 2 per space. I'm going to see if it's okay. If not, we might have to do 1 on top of the double, well, in between the lines here of the rows. I will see and then I'll come back to you. Okay, everyone, so I've done 2 double crochets per space, and in the last one here, I'm doing 4. One, 2, 3, 4, and 1 on top of each double crochet, so 1 per space. And this is how we're going to proceed in all 4 corners, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much did all my double crochets. Now I'm going to go not inside of the corner where we have the 4 double crochets, but the one that's lined up with the double crochet here. I'm going to do a single, and I left a little bit of string. Of course, I'm coming in with my gold so I can work with it a bit and have it worked in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to skip a space and I'm going into the next one, doing a double crochet. 1, 2 chain, skip a space, into the next one. Two chain, skip a space, into the next one. Trying to hide my thread as I'm going. We're going to do this all the way to the corner, and I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everyone, so I've landed exactly on the same one here, lined up. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to skip the 4 that we have inside of the corner, and I'm coming in into the first double crochet. Now if you find it's too tight, then do another chain. Instead of 4, do 5. And then continue with 1, 2 chains, skip a space, into the next one. 2 chains, skip a space, into the next one with double crochet. 2 chain, skip a space, into the next one. And we're going to repeat this all the way to the corner. And when we get to the corner, we're going to skip the 4 that we have and do the 4 or 5 chain for some of you in all 4 corners. We need this corner to be covered just with chain. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much did all my squares. Now I just want to let you know, just to make sure you're on the right path. In the edges, I have 24 squares. That's not including the corners. 24 squares. Now, if you come to a point where, oh my God, but something went wrong, I only have 23, just put in the next space. That's not going to change nothing on the pattern. And on the sides, I have 68 squares. And again, if you come to a situation like I did here, I needed 68. It has to be pair numbers. So I just put it right on the next one, which that's part of the 4 that's inside of the corner. Okay, so no biggie. Doesn't change anything on the pattern as long as you have the pair amounts on the edge, on the sides or the edge, not including the corners. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the black. And I'm going to start right on the corner, any corner, doesn't matter, with a single. We're going to do single, 2 chain, that's for double crochet. I'm going to come back in, and again, double crochet, and double crochet. So now I have 3 double crochets. Chain 1, I'm coming back in and create another 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to see if this is enough for the corner. If not, we'll do 4. Probably best. I'm going to do 4 double crochets. So a group of 4 double crochets, because this is the corner. We need it to be a little bit bigger. So 4 double crochets, 1 chain space, and 4 more double crochets. So we'll have 1 chain space between the 4 double crochets here on the corner. And this is only for the corners, okay? The rest of the other ones we're going to do is only 3 double crochets, okay? So 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip the first square and we're coming into the second with a single. 1, 2, and 3. Skip again this next square and come in to the next space. 1, 2, and 3. Again, skip this square and come into the next one and create your 2 groups of 3 double crochet, because the 4 is only on the corners. Chain 1 and then 3 more double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, skip the first square, going into the second with the single. So we're creating little loops. 3, skip the square, going to the next one. 3 chain, skip this one, and we're creating the groups. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 only, and in the same space again 3 more double crochets, not groups. So it's 2 groups inside of the same space, separated by 1 chain. And this is what it looks like. Only on the corners we'll do 4 double crochets, 1 chain space, and 4 more. Skip 1 space, single, 3 chain. Of course you have to do the 3 chain here. Skip another space after you do your 3 chain, single again, 3 chain, skip a space, and create your group. Okay? And we continue from there on. Just check here if, so it's 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 on the 6th. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th. So every 6th square you have your groups, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if you count again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll meet you at the edge. Okay, you guys, so I'm on the sides. After you do your 10th group, we're going to have to cheat here or else it's not going to work out. So we did chain 3. Instead of skipping 1, I'm going to skip 2. 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to skip 1 into the next one. 1, 2, 3 chain. And I'm coming into the next one, skip 1 of course, and create your group. So now we have our 11 group. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to skip 1 and going to the next one. 1, 2, and 3. Actually, no, I'm going to skip. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to skip 2. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to skip 1, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm coming and skip these last 2 and coming into the center here with my 4 double crochet. So we'll recap that again just to make sure that, because it won't arrive properly. So 4 double crochet. So we'll have our groups of 4 double crochet. So basically we want to keep the same distance from the beginning as we did here. So we wanted to do a little bit of a cheating. So we have 1, not counting the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 groups, not counting the corner, not 11. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 groups, because the 11th group is the corner, and it works out perfect. So I'm going to do my edge and see how perfect if it's going to lay straight, or we might have to do some cheating also. According to my calculation, I think it should work. So 1, 2, 3, skip the first one into the next one. 1, 2, 3, skip the next one into the next one. 1, 2, and 3, skip one, and then do your 2 groups of 3 double crochet, 1 chain space between them, 1, 2, 3, skip one into the next one, 1, 2, 3, skip one into the next one, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we're arriving at the end, so we need to skip 2 here at the end. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. Normally we're supposed to go into the 6th, right? So we're going to skip 1, 2, chain 3, skip 1, chain 3, and into the corner with the 4 double crochets. Now over on the other side, because we have the same amount of squares, we have to cheat the same way as we did here. So you have to make sure that you go exactly into the same space here on this side. Chain 1 and your 4 double crochets. Okay, so if you need to put a marker, you can go ahead. So we know that we skipped 2 here, so we must skip 2. Chain 3, skip 2 into the next one. 1, 2, 3. So we skipped the first 2 here. We went in. We skipped only 1. We go in, and then we skip 2 again, and we're good to go. So we skip only 1. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to skip 2. 1, 2, and we're going to the third one. So we skip 2 here. So now we know that we're even on both sides, and it should end properly at the end. And when we get to the other edge, we must do the same thing as we did here by skipping 2 here at the end. One, 2, 3. Now if we look properly, we have all, no we don't. We had to skip 2 here. Okay, so we skip 1. I guess we had to skip twice, right? Skip 1, 1, 2, 3, skip into this one, 1, 2, and 3. And I guess we need to skip 2 here, 1, 2, and then everything else becomes normal, just skipping 1. Okay. 1, 2, so we skip 2, and everything else becomes normal. I almost forgot about this one, right? But anyway, we got it all straightened out, and it doesn't change anything on the pattern whatsoever, because once you go with the next rows, everything falls into place. Okay, so basically, if we line them up, you can see that they're pretty much lined up on the same space. Okay, so now from here on, we skip only 1 into the next one, skip 1 into the next one, all the way to the end. And when we get to this edge here, we must skip 2 here at the end. Okay, exactly as some reason, I don't know why I'm getting lost here. So, one went into this one. Skip into the skill. Okay, skip. I know we skipped 2 here. Unless I'm going... Oh, yes, we did skip 2 here. Okay, so we skipped a 2 here. So we need to do the same thing on here. So we can skip right from the beginning, right after we do this corner. We can skip the 2 here, and we know that we'll be okay until the end here. Okay, so very simple. Now everything should fall into place by skipping only 1. So you don't have to skip 2. We already did all the skipping that we need. And I'll meet you at the edge again. Okay, so it ended up perfect as it's supposed to because we did the cheating at the beginning, right? 1, 2, and 3. Now we need to do the cheating here. So we're going to skip 2, going to the next one. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1, and now it should end up properly into place. Skip 1 and do your 3 double crochets. Now make sure that both sides you have the 10 groups without counting corners, okay? Just to make sure that, it's a way to know if you did a mistake or not. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1 into the next one. And we should be okay until the end because we did enough cheating at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to check how many groups we have at the other side so you know that we are in the right path for the edges, for the groups, okay? So, we have 3 groups of the shell, okay? 10 on each side, not counting corners, okay? So we need to create our 3rd group here. And then we're okay at the corner. Then we're going to cut our thread and come in with the multicolored red and black, whatever colors you're using. You could be doing all kinds of different colors, right? Okay, so coming in with the multicolored red and black. I'm going to come in the corner on my first double crochet. So this is no different than doing the doily. I'm going to do single, 2, 3 chains. So single and 2 chain for double crochet and 1 chain for space into the next space, double crochet, 1 chain space into the next space, double crochet, 1 chain space into the next one, double crochet. So now we have 4 double crochets, 1 chain space. We're going to do 3 double crochets in the center where we have that 1 chain space between the groups. So I did my first one, same space, my second double crochet, 1 chain space, and on the same space my 3rd double crochet inside of the 1 chain space, and we have the 4 here. 1 chain, we're doing on top of the double crochet from the previous row exactly as we started off, 1 chain space and 1 per space. So in the corners we'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 in the center, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double crochets on each corner, okay? I'm going to turn my pattern, 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming into the center space and doing a single, 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming on top of the double crochet and doing exactly what we just finished doing. Double crochet, 1 chain space, double crochet, 1 chain space. So we have the 3, 1 chain space, and we're going to create 3 in the center here. So the first one's done, 1 chain space, the second double crochet in the center in the same space, and the third double crochet, 1 chain space, and we're going on top of the double crochet. One chain space, and again the same thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. It will be 9 on all of them, except for the corners we'll have 11. And we can continue to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3 into the center space with a single 1, 2, and 3, and proceed to repeat the same thing. Double crochet over double crochet, 1 chain space, and create your 9 double crochets. Remembering to do 3 in the center of your 1 chain here. Okay, so nothing to it. It's going to be like this all the way around, except for the corners. We'll have 11 double crochets, and of course not forgetting to add those 3 in the center of 1 chain, because it's the corners. We have 4 double crochets, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we repeat again the same thing. I'll meet you at the end. Okay. Okay, everyone, last row. So I'm coming in with a red right on the corner. I'm coming in on top of the first double crochet with a single and 3 chain. Actually, let me just check here a second. One, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming in and doing the picot into the next double crochet. 1, 2, 3, picot into the next double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and into the next double crochet. Three chain, and into the next one. So we have 4 picots on this side. We're going to do a 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just for the corner, okay? And into the next picot, double crochet, chain 3. We're going to do 4 picots. Next space, next double crochet, So 4 on this side, chain of 5, and 4 on this side. I'm going to come into the last one here. We're not doing picot. I'm going to turn 1, 2, 3. I'm coming into this double crochet here. Take out once, take out twice, take out 3, take out 4 times. And coming where the single is with a single. Turn once, twice, 3 times. I'm coming into this one now here. Take out once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Now I'm going to come directly in the center between the first and second double crochet. Single, chain 3, back in with a single in the same space. Single, chain 3, back in the same space. Next space, single, chain 3, back in again. So we're going to have these little loops. They're like picots. Only difference is we did the actual picot here in the corner. Next space, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And into the same space, single, next space, single, chain 3, same space, single, next space, single, chain 3, and single. Last space for the picots, chain 3, and in the same space, single. Going into the last space with a single. So we have 3 on this side, 1 of 5 chain, and 3 on this side. We don't do picots on the last one. Turn 3 times, come in. Take out once, take out twice, 3 times, 4 times. Coming into the single. Turn 3 times and into this one here. So the next one we're going to do is this one here, right? Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. Come in between the first and second. Single, chain 3, single. Next space, single, chain 3, and single. So this is how we're going to proceed all the way around. This is pretty much it for this tutorial. I will complete mine and have a little video at the end with the picture shots. I want to thank every single one of you. Please give up the big thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important to have YouTube recognize the video. And please consider donating to the women in need. And thank you so much for the super thanks donation. Until next time, everyone. Bye-bye. All the information of the size and how much thread will be below in the description box.